Former NBA star Arenas talked about the Warriors' off-season operations on the show. He believes that the team should trade Butler and Draymond Green to build a younger lineup around Curry. Arenas also mentioned the potential next teams for the trade, including the Rockets, who were eliminated by the Warriors in the playoffs. The Warriors eventually lost in the division semifinals this season. Curry missed for games due to a hamstring strain. Butler was also limited by the injury left over from the previous round against the Rockets and was in poor condition. This result highlights the risk of relying on three players at the end of their careers. Both Butler and Green are 35 years old, and Curry is 37. All signs indicate that the Warriors are inclined to continue to build around these three stars next season and seek to strengthen role players. In order to find a more suitable lineup, Kuminga may even be traded. Arenas does not agree with the Warriors' route. He pointed out that Kuminga has gradually fulfilled his potential and should have become the core of the team in the future. He also pointed out that the Warriors should not only focus on the next 1 or 2 years, but should trade Draymond and Butler in exchange for young stars and build a team around Curry. Curry's competitive state is still like that of a young man. Let Curry and Kuminga play together. Add more young players. Start Curry's farewell tour. After he retires, the team will have a group of young talents aged 23 to 24. The future is still promising. You can send Butler and Draymond Green away. Arenas believes that there are several teams that may need Draymond Green and Butler, including the Warriors' first-round playoff opponent, the Rockets. If I want to trade them in a package, only two teams have demand. If the Thunder fail to win the championship this year, they may be interested. The Rockets need defense and players like Butler. Their forward Shazier, Barry, Smith, and other young people have not yet fully realized their potential. They only need a few veterans to rise. He also added other potential removals. The Orlando Magic has many potential stocks. Cleveland may actually consider this deal. Although the Warriors are likely to keep Draymond Green and Butler, if other teams make attractive trade offers, they may need to re-evaluate their options. In addition, according to Warriors reporter Slater, 26-year-old guard Melton is expected to return to the Warriors with a minimum salary contract and partner with Curry again. For the Warriors, this has been a roller coaster season. The impressive 12-2 to start at the beginning of the season seems like a distant memory, but there were also memorable moments during that time. Melton was short-lived but left his mark on the team. The guard played only 6 games for the Warriors before suffering a season-ending injury. But this off-season, he still has a chance to reunite with his old team. Melton is partnering with Curry on the back line today. He started 2 games, but these 2 games are of great significance. The Warriors first played away, defeat the Thunder in the first game. Then, in the game back to Chase Center, they won a big victory over the Mavericks. In these 2 games, Melton made 7 3-pointers and averaged 16.5 points, 7.0 rebounds, and 3.0 assists per game. But it was in the last few minutes against the Mavericks that he suffered an ACL injury. Last off-season, the Warriors signed Melton with a 1-year mid-level exception contract. They may re-sign him this year at a lower salary. To be honest, I think Melton will be a target for the veteran minimum salary. He is very attractive to the Warriors. After Melton was ruled out for the season, the Warriors used his contract to trade him to the Nets for Schroeder, who was then sent away in the blockbuster trade involving Jimmy Butler. Whether Melton can eventually return to the Warriors may depend on his relationship with the team and the obvious injury concerns mentioned by Slater. I am curious how he feels about the Warriors trading his contract immediately, but for me, especially if he does tear his ACL, can we be sure he will be ready for the season opener? His physical condition is questionable. The benefit of signing Melton to a minimum salary contract is that it will be a low-risk, high-reward signing. The Warriors don't necessarily need him at the start of the regular season, but once he is healthy, he could be a very valuable presence on both offense and defense. And it has proven to be crucial for the Warriors to make full use of every roster spot in Pekka's system, especially as they hope to give veterans Curry, Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green a reasonable rest in the regular season. In addition, Denver media Nuglove mentioned Michael Porter Jr.'s situation. They believe that Porter Jr. may have played the last game of his Nuggets career. His latest odds for his next team have also been released. The Warriors topped the list. The Lakers ranked third. After being eliminated, Jokic was asked if the team could compete for the championship next season if the current lineup was maintained. Jokic thought it was impossible. There are two key factors for the Nuggets to advance to the second round this season. Jokic is still the best player in the league. He relies on his outstanding personal ability to create many offensive opportunities for the team. As long as Jokic is on the court, the Nuggets can compete with any strong team. The second reason is their willfulness. This team really wants to compete for the championship. Aaron Gordon suffered a second-grade leg strain, but still insisted on playing. Porter Jr. has been taking painkillers and chose to play. Murray did not rest even when he had the flu. When the substitute lineup was obviously not as strong as the opponent, their main players were respected by persistence. Although the Nuggets failed to win the championship this season, they have exceeded expectations this season. Jokic, the team's leader, is not satisfied with the lineup, so the Nuggets will inevitably make some changes in the off-season. They have no choice but to change in their current situation. Max Bobby, a four-time salary expert, once analyzed the salary structure of the Nuggets. Currently, 13 people on the team have contracts. Their salary next season has exceeded the first line of the rich, and the luxury tax will reach a team record high of $36 million. What's more important is that Brown will face a contract extension. In the playoffs, Brown averaged 12.6 points, 6 points for rebounds, 2 points for assists and 1 point to steals per game. His off-ball ability is top-notch, and he is also very active on the defensive end. He is very suitable to play next to Jokic. He has the opportunity to sign a 5-year contract with the Nuggets, and the Nuggets must want to keep him. It is also necessary for the team to change its salary structure. Otherwise, even if the team maintains the current lineup, the team's salary pressure will increase. The teams for main players Jokic, Murray, Porter Jr. and Gordon, there is a high probability that one of them will leave. Who is most likely to leave the team? It is estimated that the fans have already had an idea in their hearts. I believe that more fans hope that Porter Jr. will leave the team. After all, his past performance is completely a premium contract. In this season's playoffs, Porter Jr. averaged 9.1 points and 5.5 rebounds, and his shooting percentage was only 39%. Although injuries are a major reason for his poor performance, judging from his past performance, he is more than this season's annual salary of $35.85 million. The Nuggets reporter also verified our conjecture. According to the reporter, the current Nuggets lineup is far from enough, and the only way to improve the team's lineup in this offseason, in addition to relying on the growth of young players, is to change the core lineup. The current core four-man team occupies 82% of the team's salary space, and Murray and Gordon's new contracts are about to take effect. Former team general manager Calvin Booth talked about the trade of Murray during the off-season last year before giving him a contract extension. Recently, the management has sent a signal that Porter Jr. is the one who was sacrificed in the end. Porter Jr., nicknamed the White Death, has not fulfilled his talent as a template of Durant, but he has become a perfect match for Jokic with his excellent shooting ability, so he won a $170 million contract extension. However, Porter Jr. has limited confrontation ability, is unstable when facing high-intensity defense, and is often troubled by back injuries, so considering his salary and performance, it is wise to decide to give up on him. And Porter Jr. is not difficult to get rid of. After all, he is only 26 years old. Nug Love pointed out that for the Nuggets, Porter Jr.'s contract has become unbearable. Porter Jr. single quotes S salary this season is about $36 million, which will rise to $38.3 million next season, and more than $40 million in the next year. This is a star-level salary, but under the current labor agreement, the team cannot pay star salaries to non-stars. Unfortunately, Porter is now more of a role player, and his progress has never met expectations. His performance is stable but far from outstanding. Although he is still a top shooter with a height advantage, his ball handling and organization skills have hardly improved, and his defense and rebounding abilities have stagnated, making him a rather one-dimensional player. Although a height of 2.08 meters and a top 3-point shooting are good features, they are not enough to match Porter's contract. His growth rate is too slow, and he is about to enter the 27-year-old season, which is close to the maturity of his career. The Nuggets need to rebalance the lineup and salary structure, and Porter is obviously the first breakthrough. Denver must get rid of this contract somehow. Unfortunately, his trade value in the league is not high, but the Nuggets need to free up salary space and convert him into multiple role players to enhance the depth of the lineup. With the contract extensions of Murray and Gordon about to take effect, the team needs to make major adjustments to the lineup. It is expected that they will have a supermax contract, and Brown will also usher in a big contract extension, and the salary space will not be balanced. The Nuggets must take the initiative to solve the problem in advance before it worsens, so as to avoid being forced to passively trade players who want to stay. Many media outlets have said that Porter Jr. is the player most likely to leave the Nuggets this summer. The latest odds for Porter Jr.'s next home have also been released, with the Warriors at plus 300 in the top spot, the Bulls at plus 400 in the second spot, the Lakers at plus 600 in the third spot, the Magic at plus 400 in the fourth spot, the Celtics at plus 500 in the fifth spot, the Clippers and the Trail Blazers tied for sixth, the Suns at 8th, and the Raptors at 9th. From the perspective of operational feasibility, if the Warriors want to get Porter, they basically use Kuminga as a bargaining chip to sign and then trade. For the Warriors, a healthy Porter is a top shooter in the league who can improve the Warriors' outside offensive firepower and share the scoring pressure of Butler and Curry. His style is very compatible with Kerr's passing and cutting tactics, and Porter also has a good ability to grab rebounds on the defensive end. For the Nuggets, Kuminga can increase the team's athleticism and frontline depth and improve the team's weak bench scoring problem. Although the Buckeye Company does not represent the official, real money and silver can better reflect some things. Overall, if Kuznetsov and his signature are used to trade for Porter, it is indeed a good solution for both parties. Let's see if the general managers of both sides will have in-depth discussions later.